where ancient philosophy meets modern relationships. Today, we embark on an exploration of 6 subtle signs that a woman may be craving deeper connection. Signs that often go unnoticed unless you develop the presence to see them. Just as the Stoics taught us to observe without assumption and to act with clarity, understanding these signals requires a delicate balance of attentiveness and wisdom. This isn't about manipulation or control, but about cultivating awareness, being fully present in the moment, reading the unspoken language, and responding with grace and respect. True intimacy, much like the virtues extolled by ancient philosophy, is rooted in authenticity and mutual understanding. In a world that often misinterprets desire through fleeting moments of gratification, this conversation takes us deeper, beyond mere attraction into the realm of meaningful connection. A Stoic approach to relationships encourages us to move past surface-level desires and see the person before us for who they truly are, beyond our assumptions or projections. Recognizing these nuanced signs will help you engage more thoughtfully, respecting both your own intentions and those of the woman in question. It's not just about reading signals. It's about responding with the same calm discernment that Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus might advise, to perceive without haste and to act without attachment. As we explore these 6 indicators, think of each as an opportunity for deeper self-awareness. Whether or not intimacy is your goal, understanding the emotional and physical cues that often remain unspoken can elevate not only your relationships, but also your personal growth. Approach these lessons with humility and patience. Just as the Stoics would remind us, the key lies not in controlling others, but in mastering ourselves. Now, let's dive into today's topic: the hidden signs of intimacy that reveal more than words ever could. 1. Body language. The unspoken dialogue of desire. In the intricate dance of human connection, body language often speaks louder than words, especially when it comes to intimacy. As the Stoics teach us to observe the external world without judgment, we must also learn to perceive the subtle shifts in another's behavior with clarity. A woman craving deeper intimacy may not always articulate her feelings verbally, but her body will convey them, deliberately or unconsciously, through small yet profound actions. These signals, hidden within the everyday moments of interaction, require us to cultivate both mindfulness and emotional intelligence to interpret them properly. Physical proximity is one of the first cues. When a woman draws closer, whether by leaning in while speaking or positioning herself next to you in a crowded room, it reflects more than just comfort. She is subtly inviting shared presence, signaling that she feels safe within your space. Stoicism encourages us to value the present moment, to remain attentive without becoming reactive. The same principle applies here. Observe without rushing to conclusions. Every step closer is an expression of trust, hinting that she may desire more than just casual connection. Moreover, playful touches, light brushes against your arm or taps on your shoulder, are often deliberate acts, testing emotional waters with cautious curiosity. In these moments, her body is speaking a language of exploration, gauging whether you respond with reciprocity or retreat. Such touches, however fleeting, open a feedback loop where each action deepens emotional resonance. If you respond with equal attentiveness, you create an unspoken rhythm between the two of you, fostering mutual attraction. Yet, as Epictetus might warn, we must remain self-aware, ensuring that our response aligns with our values rather than our impulses. The way she orients her body also reveals her intent. A woman truly engaged will subtly align her posture toward you, her feet, shoulders, or knees angling in your direction, as if subconsciously gravitating toward connection. This bodily alignment reflects not just physical attraction but also mental presence, suggesting that you are at the center of her focus. As the Stoics remind us, presence is everything. When someone offers their undivided attention, it is a gift that should be cherished, not taken for granted. These seemingly small movements, leaning in, touching, aligning, are not random. They carry meaning, often concealed beneath layers of social convention. As with all aspects of life, it is essential to remain anchored in discernment. Interpreting these gestures correctly requires patience and emotional balance. Rushing to conclusions or misjudging intentions leads to unnecessary complications. Stoicism teaches us to act with intention, not from assumption. In the same way, recognizing these nonverbal cues offers not just insight into the other person, but also a reflection of your own ability to remain present, thoughtful, and receptive to what lies beyond words. 2. Playful touches, the subtle test of boundaries and connection. Touch, when exchanged thoughtfully, becomes one of the most profound ways to communicate unspoken desires. As the Stoics remind us to act with intention and not be ruled by impulse, we must recognize that playful touches are more than mere gestures. They are subtle invitations to engage. A light tap on your arm during a conversation or a gentle touch on your back as she moves past you speaks volumes. These moments, though seemingly casual, are tests of emotional and physical boundaries, gauging whether the connection between you both is mutual and whether it has the potential to deepen. When a woman initiates these playful touches, she is not only expressing interest but also seeking confirmation. Confirmation that the space between you is safe for further exploration. The Stoic principle of sympathia, the interconnection of all things, applies here. Every touch becomes part of a feedback loop, reinforcing the bond between two individuals. When you reciprocate with a touch of equal lightness, you acknowledge her gesture, and in doing so, both of you become attuned to each other's presence on a more intimate level. However, this exchange must be approached with the discernment Stoicism teaches, measured, mindful, and aligned with respect. The frequency of these touches often reveals the woman's growing sense of comfort. She may start with tentative gestures, perhaps brushing against your hand when reaching for something nearby, and gradually increase their frequency as she becomes more assured of your receptiveness. Each touch, however small, is a way of saying, "I am here, present in this moment with you." Yet, as Stoic wisdom advises, it is crucial to remain vigilant in observing not just the act, but the intent behind it. A touch offered out of genuine connection must not be mistaken for mere habit or politeness. Pay attention also to how her physical behavior shifts when she interacts with others versus with you. If her touches are more deliberate or frequent when you are alone, it is likely that she seeks a connection beyond casual friendship. The Stoics remind us to perceive without haste. Do not jump to conclusions, but rather, observe patterns over time. When you find that these gestures are consistent, consider it an opportunity for mutual growth and understanding. The exchange of touch, though silent, carries meaning that words often fail to convey. In this interplay, it is not about seeking validation or control, but about fostering genuine rapport. Every touch, every subtle brush of the hand, serves as a test of alignment, whether both of you share the same rhythm in the unfolding relationship. Responding thoughtfully, as Stoicism teaches, allows you to stay grounded in your values, ensuring that every gesture, however playful, is met with respect and clarity. This is where true connection is formed, not in grand declarations, but in the quiet moments where two people communicate without words, aligned in presence and intention. 3. Eye contact, a glimpse into the soul's intent. In the realm of connection, the eyes serve as windows into unspoken desire. For those guided by Stoic wisdom, eye contact becomes an essential tool, not to manipulate, but to understand. A woman craving deeper intimacy often reveals her intent through the way she looks at you, sending signals far more profound than spoken words. Prolonged eye contact is not accidental. It is a deliberate gesture of engagement, an invitation into a space where vulnerability and curiosity coexist. In that silent gaze, she may be searching for emotional resonance, an acknowledgement that you see her not just on the surface, but with genuine presence and awareness. The Stoics emphasize the importance of observation without assumption. A fleeting glance could mean nothing or everything. However, when her eyes linger, particularly during quiet moments, it signals more than mere politeness. Whether her gaze is steady and confident or shy and fleeting, the consistency of that look indicates an inner dialogue she is hoping you will recognize. Eye contact, in this sense, becomes a test of emotional depth. It challenges you to meet her gaze without flinching, to remain grounded in your presence, and to reflect the same authenticity she offers. In more intimate settings, these moments become even more telling. If she maintains eye contact longer when the two of you are alone, it suggests she feels safe in your presence, open to a deeper connection. The Stoics would remind us that prohairesis, our ability to choose how we respond, must be exercised here. Do not misinterpret her gaze as an invitation for action, but instead as an opportunity to align your actions with virtue and respect. Understanding the intent behind her look requires patience, for the meaning often lies in subtle repetition rather than in a single encounter. Her eyes may also reveal desire through more subtle movements, a quick, unconscious glance down your body and back up again, suggesting thoughts she may not verbalize. This gesture, when combined with other cues such as a soft smile or playful expression, reveals that her attraction is not merely intellectual but also physical. Yet, as Stoicism teaches, even in these moments of recognition, we must remain anchored in self-discipline. Allowing desire to control your actions is a departure from wisdom. The goal is to perceive without being consumed. Ultimately, her gaze becomes a reflection of both her inner world and your ability to remain present. If you meet her eyes with clarity and composure, you convey more than just interest. You show her that you are capable of seeing beyond appearances. Eye contact, in its most profound form, communicates trust and presence, the very qualities that build the foundation for meaningful intimacy. Just as Marcus Aurelius reminds us to approach every moment with purpose, each shared glance is an opportunity to deepen understanding without rushing toward expectation. 4. The lingering smile, an invitation beyond words. A smile, though simple, carries profound meaning, especially when it lingers beyond the usual. In Stoic philosophy, we learn that true understanding lies in the subtle things that others overlook. A woman's lingering smile is one such subtlety. It is not just a reaction to humor or politeness. It is a quiet signal that she is emotionally present, inviting a deeper connection. This kind of smile holds warmth, patience, and intent. It's slower, more deliberate, and often paired with eye contact that creates a sense of closeness. Just as the Stoics teach us to find meaning in the small, everyday acts, we must learn to recognize the significance of a smile that lingers just a little longer than expected. In these moments, her smile becomes more than a fleeting gesture. It signals that she is emotionally engaged, subtly opening a space where connection can flourish. If she holds that smile during moments of silence, it is her way of staying connected without needing words. As Epictetus taught, we cannot control others' actions, only our response to them. Here, your role is to remain present, to return the warmth with authenticity, without rushing toward expectation or assumption. A lingering smile invites you to explore the moment without forcing it into meaning. Beyond its warmth, this smile often carries playful undertones. You might notice her toying with her hair, biting her lip, or softly licking her lips, a set of gestures that reveal both attraction and vulnerability. These small actions serve as signals of curiosity, as if she is testing the boundaries of comfort between you. However, the Stoics caution us to remain steady in such moments, avoiding the temptation to act impulsively. It is not the gesture itself that holds meaning, but how you interpret and respond to it. If her behavior is reciprocated with grace, it fosters a connection that grows naturally, rooted in mutual understanding rather than fleeting desire. This kind of smile also reflects her emotional state. If it is sincere, it feels effortless, her way of expressing enjoyment in your presence. But if it seems more controlled or intentional, she might be using it to gauge your response. Stoicism teaches us to remain discerning and not be swayed by appearances. A woman's lingering smile may reveal desire, but your task is to remain anchored in your values, engaging thoughtfully without allowing emotion to cloud your judgment. In the end, the smile is more than a social cue. It is a bridge between two minds, an unspoken invitation to slow down and be fully present. To respond with integrity is to embody the Stoic ideal, to engage without attachment, to observe without haste, and to remain grounded in the moment. Just as the best conversations flow naturally, so too does intimacy develop not through forced actions but through the quiet, meaningful moments in which two people smile together and feel truly seen. 5. Verbal cues, the subtle art of unveiling desire through words. A woman's words, much like her gestures, often carry deeper meaning when viewed through the lens of emotional awareness. In conversations, desire isn't always expressed directly. Often it's woven into playful comments, subtle teasing, or remarks laced with ambiguity. Stoicism teaches us to listen carefully, not just to what is said, but to what lies beneath. When a woman steers conversations toward intimate topics, whether through humor, shared stories, or playful innuendos, she may be signaling a desire for deeper connection. These moments are opportunities to engage meaningfully while staying anchored in self-discipline and respect, never allowing your words to stray from integrity. It often starts with small, seemingly innocent remarks, a playful tease about a shared experience or a joke with subtle undertones. This is her way of testing the waters, gauging your receptiveness to topics that venture into more personal territory. Much like a Stoic practicing self-reflection, your role is not to rush toward conclusion, but to respond thoughtfully, recognizing the intention behind her words. These conversations are less about what is explicitly said and more about the emotional space they create, a space that invites both participants to explore mutual curiosity without pressure. As the exchanges progress, you may notice her introducing double meanings or drawing on shared memories with increasing frequency. This shift is often intentional. A woman seeking intimacy might frame her words to hint at deeper subjects, leaving you to interpret their meaning. However, the Stoic principle of apatheia, freedom from destructive emotions, reminds us to remain composed. Just because a conversation turns toward intimate themes doesn't mean action is required. Instead, it's a call to remain present, to explore the moment without rushing toward gratification or assumption. Additionally, the consistency and tone of these verbal cues are crucial indicators. If she returns to similar topics or initiates discussions about relationships, attraction, or shared desires, it reflects both trust and curiosity. Stoicism teaches that trust must be nurtured with patience, and these conversations are invitations to build that trust slowly and thoughtfully. How you respond shapes not only the direction of the conversation, but also the emotional dynamic between you. A measured response, one that is sincere yet mindful, creates space for the relationship to evolve naturally without force or pretense. Verbal cues also reveal a woman's emotional readiness. A shift toward more open, vulnerable discussion signals that she feels safe enough to lower her defenses. In these moments, it is essential to honor her openness by staying grounded in your values. As Marcus Aurelius would remind us, our role is to engage with virtue, to respond in a way that reflects respect, clarity, and intention. Words, when used with care, have the power to bridge emotional distance and deepen understanding. Ultimately, the goal isn't to manipulate these conversations, but to meet them with presence and honesty. Each playful comment or meaningful exchange is an invitation to engage more deeply, not just with the other person, but with your own sense of self-awareness. In embracing these moments with stoic calm and sincerity, you cultivate a relationship built on trust and mutual respect, one where intimacy unfolds naturally, without force or expectation. 6. Seductive behavior, a shift in presence and intention. In the pursuit of intimacy, actions often speak louder than words. When a woman begins to shift her behavior toward more deliberate and enticing gestures, she is expressing her intent through subtle, yet meaningful changes. Stoicism teaches us to observe without haste and without being misled by appearances. It is in this light that we must understand seductive behavior, not as a manipulation, but as a natural expression of curiosity and attraction. A woman seeking deeper connection may adjust her appearance and movements in ways that quietly invite your attention, testing whether you notice the shift. This is not just about the surface. It's about how presence and intention align, both in her behavior and in how you respond. Her choice of clothing, for instance, becomes a deliberate tool of communication. If she begins wearing outfits that accentuate her features or subtly highlight her femininity around you, it may signal that she is opening a door for deeper engagement. This isn't merely about aesthetics. It reflects her readiness to be noticed and perhaps desired. As the Stoics advise, your response should be one of measured awareness. It is essential to recognize the intention behind these shifts without becoming entangled in impulsive reactions. True wisdom lies in acknowledging attraction while maintaining clarity and composure. Beyond appearance, her movements will likely become more intentional. She may sway her hips subtly when walking by, lean into conversations more gracefully, or sit in ways that draw attention to her physical presence. These gestures are often unconscious but deliberate, signaling that she is comfortable expressing herself in your presence. As Stoicism teaches, the goal is not to control or exploit such moments, but to remain present, aware of both her actions and your own. In these encounters, every movement becomes a test of alignment, an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to engage without attachment, to notice without overreacting. The eyes and lips become essential tools in this dance of attraction. A woman who desires intimacy might adopt what is often called bedroom eyes, a gaze filled with subtle longing, directed at you with unspoken intent. This gaze is often accompanied by gestures such as lip biting, licking, or playful pouting, further enhancing the emotional tension between you. However, as with all signals, Stoic wisdom reminds us to perceive them without assumption. The presence of attraction does not necessitate action. It is your responsibility to remain aligned with your values, responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively. In the end, seductive behavior is an art of invitation, not demand. It creates space for exploration, leaving room for both individuals to decide how they wish to engage. Just as the Stoics remind us to act with virtue in every situation, the same principle applies here. Observe, understand, and respond with respect and integrity. The ultimate goal is not to possess but to connect, to navigate the delicate balance between desire and restraint with wisdom. In doing so, you honor both the other person and yourself, allowing intimacy to develop naturally, guided by presence, respect, and shared intention. Conclusion. In the end, understanding the subtle signs of intimacy is not just about recognizing desire, but about cultivating deeper awareness of both yourself and the person before you. Stoicism teaches us that the true measure of wisdom lies in how we respond to the moments life presents us. Each gesture, glance, and word from a woman seeking connection offers an opportunity to engage thoughtfully, not from impulse, but from intention. The art of navigating intimacy lies in balancing desire with respect, curiosity with patience, and connection with self-discipline. It's a delicate dance where presence is key, an invitation to explore without forcing outcomes or expectations. Recognizing these signs is not about manipulation or control, but about fostering genuine relationships rooted in mutual understanding and respect. As Epictetus reminds us, we cannot control the actions of others, only how we choose to respond. When you align your actions with wisdom and virtue, you allow relationships to develop authentically, leaving space for trust and connection to flourish. The goal is not to assume or rush forward, but to remain present, discerning, and grounded, responding to each signal with clarity and kindness. It's important to remember that each individual expresses intimacy in their own way, shaped by personality, experience, and context. There is no universal formula, only patterns we can learn to observe with care and respond to with respect. As you move forward, allow these insights to deepen not only your understanding of others, but also your understanding of yourself. Personal growth and meaningful connection come from mastering the art of presence, engaging fully while staying true to your values. If you found this exploration valuable, we invite you to join us on this journey of growth, wisdom, and deeper understanding. Subscribe to our channel to stay connected, and hit the notification bell to never miss out on new insights into relationships, self-development, and timeless philosophical wisdom. We're here to help you navigate life with greater clarity and purpose, one conversation at a time. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to continuing this journey with you.